Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, last session we have completed up to accountants area transactions. Today we will start from accountants area reports. Okay, in this accountants area report, we are mainly focus about management reports and audit reports. First, we will move to management reports. In management report also we have four reports: profit and loss, balance sheet, trial balance, and budget report. First we will check profit and loss report. Right, Sage Business Cloud Accounting, you can generate your profit and loss report. uh, you can go to accountants area reports, management reports, and profit and loss. After that, in this screen, you can select the date range. You can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, or month to date, year to date. And if you want, you can fix custom date, or you can select all date range. After you select monthly, quarterly, yearly, from this right hand side, there's another drop down menu there. If you select monthly, you can select month here. And if you select quarterly, you can select quarters here. And also if you select yearly, you can select available years from this drop down menu. And if you select custom date, you can set from date and to date. After that, if you are maintaining your analysis code, you can select analysis code from here. And after select analysis code, you can view the report. From here, you can view profit and loss report, and you can view the company name, date range, and you can view the profit and loss report. You can view sales, cost of sales, gross profit, other income, expenses, and net profit. And also now here, if you want, you can view monthly report, and you can select months from here. Then you can view the month, and same way you can view the profit and loss report. Okay, next we will move to additional features. Now if you are maintaining analysis codes, you can select analysis codes from here. You can select this analysis code from group by, and you can select the analysis code whether you want. You may have 3 analysis code categories. From there, you can select your analysis code category. Now, in my example, I have selected department, and from here, you can view department-wise sales and expenses. And also, you can view total. And if you haven't allocated, now when you are invoicing or when you are entering any payment or journal entry, you can select your analysis code. If you haven't selected any analysis code, it will show under uncategorized column. Now when you are entering, assume let's say journal entry. When you are entering journal entry, you can select that department, or you can select that analysis code. From here, if you select any analysis code, it will capture under relevant analysis code. And if you haven't selected any analysis code here, it will display under uncategorized. Like that, you have 3 analysis code, you can select your relevant analysis code. And if you have branches or jobs, you can create analysis code for that, and you can view your profit and loss report based on your analysis code. Then now assume you are in your company, you may have different branches or different projects or different cost centers. You can create those jobs, branches, or projects under analysis code from here, company analysis code. And when you are processing transaction, you can select that analysis code. After you select analysis code, system will uh, allocate to relevant analysis code, and you can generate that analysis code wise report. Next, if you want, from here also you can select your analysis code. Then assume you want sales department. Then system will display uh, transactions or profit and loss relevant to this sales department. Like that, you can generate analysis code wise report. Next, assume you have created your budget. Okay, you can create budgets from company budgets, and you can add budgets. Then you want to generate a report, uh, include that budget also in this profit and loss report. In that case, you can take this budget option, then system will display actual and budget. Right? You can view the date range, actual and budget. From here, after you tick budget, you can select your budget from here. Okay, next, if you want to view last year, or you want to compare with current year data and last year data, you can tick this compare with last year tick box. Then system will display current year and last year. Next, if you want to uh, add budget and budget variance, you can take this budget and display budget variance also, and you can generate the report. Then system will display actual data, budgeted data, and variance. Right. And you can see now, when you are generating this report, you cannot view decimal places or cents value. You cannot view. If you want to add that cents value or decimal places, you can take this option. Then system will display decimal places. Okay, next, there are few options. Now, if you select all from here, you can group by yearly. Now here you can see group by yearly. Then you can view yearly uh, profit and loss report. If your company is starting from 2018 or 17, you can view 17, 18, 19, 2020, 2021, 2022, and total you can view. Next, if you select yearly, you can group by monthly or quarterly. Right? Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, quarter 5, like that, you can generate the report. Next, if you select yearly and you can group by monthly, then system will display that 12 months profit and loss report. We can view monthly report. And if you select quarterly, you can select month, and each quarter profit and loss report you can view as monthly. Okay, July, August, September, and total you can view. Like that, you can change your date range, and you can generate different profit and loss report formats. Next, if you have created any report grouping under company, you can create report groups from accounts, account reporting groups. From here, you can create groups. Last time we created administration, expenses, distribution, finance, like that. If you want detailed report, you can tick this option. Now here you can view administration expenses under electricity, telephone, traveling, distribution under computer expenses, like that. You can view report grouping. And if you untick this option, if you untick this report group in detail, system will display a summary report for that report grouping. Now in this report, you can view administration expenses as a total. But here you can view detail or individual accounts under administration expenses. Okay, like that, you can change your profit and loss report, and you can, if you want, you can download PDF, Excel, or CSV, or if you want, print or email this report. Okay, now you can check your profit and loss report in different formats. Okay. And also there's another format in profit and loss report. Actually now in this system, uh, if you want, you can add advanced inventory module. And if you not activated advanced inventory module, you can view these two options when you are generating profit and loss report. This cost of sales based on purchases and sales you can view if you have not activated advanced inventory module. And in these options, uh, purchases and sales, your when you are generating your profit and loss report, if you select purchases, it will consider all purchases entered in this period. Now, for an example, you will purchase 1,000 items at 10 rupees. Then system will display as 10,000 as your cost of sales. And if you select sales, now for an example, you purchase 1,000 units and you have sold only 100. In that case, if you select sales, system will display as 1,000 as cost of sales. Okay, I'll repeat it again. You will purchase 1,000 units or 1,000 items at 10 rupees, and you have sold only 100 in this period. In this month of July, you have sold only 100. Now, if you select sales, under cost of sales, system will display as 1,000 if you select sales, and if you select purchases, it will display 10,000 as your cost of sales. Total purchases it will display, but if you select sales, system will calculate cost for only for sold items, cost of sales. Okay, there are two options. If you activated your advanced inventory module, you cannot view this option. And if you haven't activated your advanced inventory module, you can view this option. Right. Next, we will move to balance sheet. You can generate balance sheet from accountants area, reports, management reports, balance sheet. From here, you can set a run at date, and you can generate the report. You can view your assets. Under assets, you can view non-current, current assets, and equity and liabilities, owner's equity, non-current liabilities, and current liabilities. And balance sheet also, if you want, you can add or you can view reporting group detail or reporting group summary report. Next report, trial balance. From here, you can select date range, and you can view closing balances or movement. In this period, movement, trial balance you can view. You can view account name, category, source, then debit, credit. And also here also you can compare with previous year. And if you want to add or you can group by reporting groups, you can if you want to view group by detail, you can tick this option. And if you want to view summary, you can untick this option. And if you want to view movements, you can select this option. And if you want to view closing balances of this trial balance, you can select closing balances option. Right, now you can generate your balance sheet and trial balance. Okay, next we will move to budget report. Go to accountants area, reports, management reports, budget report. From this budget report, we can view our budgets. You can select your budget and you can view the report. Okay, you can view months and your accounts. And also there's another option, show zero items. If you take this option, your zero value accounts also will display. Right. Next, we will move to transaction reports. From here, we can view our journal entries report. We can, if you want, you can select accounts, or you can select active, inactive, or both accounts. And you can select account categories, cost of sales, assets, liabilities, income, expenses, like that. You can select categories. And from report options, you can select your date range. You can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, or custom date. All dates you can select. After that, you can click view report and you can generate the report. Then system will display the journal entries. Next, we will move to audit reports. From here, we can view opening first report, opening balances and tax adjustments. From this report, we can view what are the opening balances we have entered to the system. Okay, you can view these account opening balances, bank account opening balances, customer opening balances, item opening balance, and supplier opening balances, and tax adjustments. And under that, you can view date, account name, which GL account, and reference, description, and value. And you can view the grand total. If you have entered any opening balance when you are implementing the system, you can view from opening balances and tax adjustment report. Next, audit trail. From here, we can view audit trail. We can view that what is the transaction type, created or deleted, date, time, reference, transaction date, exclusive amount, tax amount, and inclusive amount. Furthermore, when you are generating this report, if you want, you can add the user, which user has entered this transaction, or if any user has deleted transaction, you can check from this audit trail report. And if you tick this display user tick box, you can view the username. Now you can view the username here. And from this event type, you can select the event type, whether it's created, updated, deleted, price change. Those transaction types you can, by selecting the event type, you can view. If you want to check any user has deleted any transactions, you can select delete as event type, and you can generate the report. If you select show all, system will display all event types. Next, system audit trail. Here, system will display what are the changes you have done to the system. Okay, now here we can view this user has changed that personal information, then company details, company logo, price list, tax settings. Those details, system changes, we can view from the system audit trail. And previous report audit trail, from this report we can view what are the transactions entered to the system, or any modification done to the transaction, we can view from this audit trail report. And system audit trail report, we can view what are the changes done to system. Right, next report, accountant audit trail. From here you can view that accountant's details. If we arrange any meetings, those details you can view from accountant audit trail report. Next, user listing. From here you can view company. Now you can add additional companies to this company. You can go to administration, my profile, and if you want to add additional company to this company, you can click upgrade, and you can enter how many additional companies you want to add. Then if you want to add another company, you can enter one and click next and finish. Then system will add additional company to this system. Then if you, after you add any additional company, you can navigate each company from by clicking this company name. If you want to log into another company, you can select that company, and you can log into that uh, another company. Right. From here, now if you have different companies, you can select company, and you can select users, and you can select the role of that user. Okay, after that you can view, you can group by company, or you can group by user. Then that user, how many companies he has login, system will display. And if you group by company, system will display the company name, and under that system will display who are the users in that company. Right, like that you can generate those reports. Okay, now you can check transaction reports and these audit reports. Okay. Next, we will move to tax report. Uh, you can go to accountants area, tax, tax return and reports. From here, uh, you can view your tax periods, and by clicking this tax report view button, you can view your tax report. From here, you can view input tax and output tax. This is your output tax, sales tax, and purchases tax is your input tax. And from this report, you can view each transaction wise, uh, that each transaction for that taxes. Okay. Now here you can view date, that transaction number, then account, customer or supplier, then description, tax period, exclusive amount, inclusive amount, and tax amount. And you can view total for this tax. Now if you have different sales tax, assume 8% VAT at 10, 15% VAT, or assume for an example, then system will display that 8% sales tax separately. Or if you have different sales tax, that tax also system will display separately. After that, system will display purchases tax, transaction date, transaction number, and supplier or account, customer, supplier, then description, tax period, exclusive amount, inclusive amount, and tax amount. After that, you can view grand total and amount payable or refundable. And from here also, you can view a summary report. Okay, now you can generate your tax report. Go to accountants area, tax, tax returns and reports. If you are a tax registered company, you can create your tax rates from company, change company settings and tax settings. Here you can add your tax rate. After that, when you are processing transactions, you can select your tax rates. You can select a tax type when you are entering customer invoices or supplier invoices, or when you are processing journal entries, you can select tax type. Based on that taxes, you can generate the tax report. And after you in this tax period, you can close that tax period by clicking close tax period. Okay, next we will move to tax adjustments, and if you have any tax adjustments, you can view from here. And tax payments and refunds, you can check your tax payments and refunds from this tax payments and refunds. You can select the uh, tax period, and you can select your tax period from here, and you can click next, and you can pay your taxes and refunds. Furthermore, if you want to pay taxes, you can use this banking transactions also. Okay, next, trial balance export. From here you can export your trial balance, and from this report also, management report also, you can export your trial balance. Right. Next, stakeholders. From here you can enter your stakeholders to the system. Okay, you can go to accountants area, select stakeholders and list of stakeholders, and by clicking this add stakeholder, you can enter your stakeholders or shareholders. Now from here you can enter stakeholder name, and you can select type neutral person or juristic person, and you can enter that stakeholder details, ID number or tax numbers, date of birth, nationality you can enter. After that, you can enter postal address, physical address, business address, contact details, and roles and designation you can select. From here, if this stakeholder is a shareholder, you can tick this option. Okay, if this stakeholder is a shareholder, you can tick this shareholder tick box, and you can enter that share details. Next, from here you can enter issued share capital details, that certificate number, share class, uh, allotment date, quantity, nominal value, those details you can enter under issued share capital. Okay, now you can create a stakeholder and shareholder in your company. Okay, next we will move to company roles. Go to accountants area, stakeholders, company roles. From here, you can add a company role for your users. You can enter description and save. After you create your company roles, you can view from here, and you can view how many company roles in this company. Next, stakeholder report. From here, you can generate stakeholder report. Go to accountants area, stakeholders, stakeholder report. You can select from two stakeholders, and if you want to view uh, display only shareholders, you can tick this option, and if you untick this option, system will display all stakeholders including shareholders, and from here you can view summary or detail from report options. The next, company roles report. From here you can enter, or you can select company roles from two and stakeholder from two, and you can view the report. Next, share capital. You can view uh, authorized share capital. You can view authorized share capital from here. Okay, user, share class, quantity of shares, nominal value, and value of shares. Okay, now you can check these reports. Okay, there's a request to explain again. I'll explain again these stakeholders. You can create stakeholders from accountants area, stakeholders, list of stakeholders, and you can add stakeholders from here. Okay, by clicking at stakeholder, you can enter that stakeholder details, stakeholder name, uh, then date of birth, nationality, and you can select the stakeholder type, natural person or juristic person, or if that from a company or natural individual, you can select from here. uh, in addition to that, you can enter register number or ID for that stakeholder, and tax numbers if available. And under contact details, you can enter postal address, physical address, business address, and contact details of this stakeholder. And if this from here, roles and designation, you can enter that details. And if this stakeholder is a shareholder, you can tick this option, and you can enter how many shares held by this shareholder, and you can enter issued share capital for that shareholder. Next, company roles. Actually, these things only for these are not much important. Uh, if you want, you can create these roles by clicking this add company role, and you can enter description and you can save. Next, stakeholder report. From here you can view stakeholder report. And if you want to view all stakeholders, you can tick this option. Now if you tick this option, system will display only shareholders. If you want to view all stakeholders, you can view this, untick this option. Next, company roles report. You can view users of this company and appointment or stakeholders you can view from here. Next, share capital, authorized share capital you can view from here. Okay, if you want, you can add share classes by clicking this add share class name, quantity of shares, nominal value, those details you can enter from here. Then system will display share class, quantity of shares, nominal value, and value of shares. Okay, now you can generate and you can create a share class. Okay, now we have completed that accountants area module. From this accountants area modules, you can enter journal entries, uh, and when you are entering journal entries, one line you can enter your debit account and credit account both. Okay, you can enter date, effect. From here you can select debit or credit, and you can select the GL account, the reference number, and under description you can enter your description. For an example, if you are entering depreciation, that depreciation details for the month, and those details you can enter under description. And if taxes available for this journal entry, you can select your tax type, and you can enter amount, and you can select the affecting account. Now in here, first account, if you select as a debit account, buyer affecting account is a credit account. Okay, and if you allocated or if you have implemented these analysis codes, you can select your analysis code. After that, you can save. Actually there's a two steps. If you save, it will just a save and just a document, and if you mark as reviewed only, it will allocate to your accounts. Okay, now for an example, if your company has two personnel for this accounts department, you are the accountant and you have uh, accounts assistant to enter these journal entries, and your accounts assistant will enter these journal entries and save. After that, you can save, and you can check these journal entries, and you can review this journal entry. After reviewed only, it will uh, transfer to your GL accounts. Okay, if you save, it will not go to your accounts. If you reviewed only, it will go to the account. Okay, and also if you are the only person in your finance department, you can enter, and you can click mark or all as reviewed, then it will process. Okay, these journal entries will transfer to your GL accounts. Next, recurring journal entries. From this system, if you want, you can schedule your journal entries. Now, for an example, if you are paying lease or if you are paying loan, you can enter that details. And if you want, you can schedule your depreciation journal entries, those details or those journal entries, you can schedule from here. And if you want, you can set a end date, and or if you want, you can uh, select how many occurrences there are. Okay, for an example, if you are entering or if you are scheduling loan journal entry, you may know that how many occurrences there are. So number of occurrences you can enter here. After that, till that occurrences, system will process that journal entry. Next, report. You can generate profit and loss, balance sheet, trial balance, budget reports from here, and journal entry report, audit reports you can generate. And also you can generate tax reports, and you can create stakeholders and shareholders under stakeholders. Okay, next we will move to reports. Actually, this under reports, you can view several all modules from here: customer, supplier, items, sales, and purchases. And those all reports we have covered when we are doing uh, this each module. Okay, now for an example, customer reports, you can view list of customers. These all reports we have covered when we are doing this each module. Okay, there's a one important report, accounting intelligence reporting. This is very important. If you want, you can create reports from this Sage intelligence reporting. And also this has several reports, inbuilt report, and in addition to that, if you want, you can create report. Okay, you can log into that. Actually, it's a different app kind of thing. By clicking this accounting intelligence reporting, you can log into that system, enter your username and password, select country as Malaysia, and you can sign into the system. After that, if you have different companies available, you can view that companies, and you can select the relevant company, click here and load data. Okay, and also here Sage Intelligence Reporting, you can view two tabs available: My Reports and Standard Reports. Standard reports are already developed reports, and if you want to add any report, you can add under My Reports. Okay, right. First we will check standard reports, and later we will discuss how to create a report. Okay, now there are several reports, balance sheet, actual 1 to 12 years, like that. There are reports. You can by clicking this run report, you can generate these reports. Okay, there are different reports. You can run and check which report is suitable for you. Then dashboard also available. By clicking this dashboard or any report, you can run the report. After that, you can select the company and which year you want to generate the report, and if budget available, you can select the budget. Okay, and by clicking this run report, you can generate this report. From here you can view current period, budget, like that. Different details you can view. Okay, you can view balance sheet, then profit and loss, actual, previous year, actual, budget, variance, profit and loss, like that. Different reports available. Sorry. And you can view dashboards from here: trend analysis, cash movement, sales versus target, like that. Different reports you can view from here. Okay, you can view if your sales increase or decrease. You can view from this trend analysis. and there are a few options. Hide zero rows. If you tick this option, zero values rows will not display. And if you want to view account details, this will display detailed accounts. Okay, now you can view a summary report. If you want, you can view by ticking that detail, you can view detailed report. You can view actual, prior actual, uh, previous year actual, current year, like that. You can view different reports. Right. Next, we will move to how to create reports. You can create reports by clicking this plus mark and select create report. And first, you need to enter name for that report. Then you can create, or you can enter report description. And you can select which folder you are going to save this report. Okay, now from here you can add columns and rows. After you select these columns, left side, right side, you can view add quick columns, add a set of columns, add a calculation, add a column, like that. Options available. From here you can add any column or calculation to the report. Right now, if you want to add periods, that 12 months, you can add from this by clicking this add quick add columns. And if you want to remove, uh, by clicking this multiply sign, you can delete that columns. And if you want to add any rows, you can add from here. Then rows will add. And if you want to add calculations, now actual one, now for an example, you want to add actual 1 2 3 or budget year to date, then you can click this budget 1, budget 2, like that. You can add calculations. Okay, this new calculation, you can see budget 1, budget 2, budget 3, like that. You can add columns to this report. Okay, now you can log into that Sage Intelligence Reporting, and you can download or you can run few reports. After you create reports, you can view your reports under My Reports. Okay, now your report available, you can run this report. Right now, please log into Accounting Intelligence Reporting. Go to Reports, click accounting intelligence reporting, and enter your email address and password. Select country as Malaysia. Okay, by clicking this plus mark, you can create a report, create a quick report, import report, and create a folder. And you can create management pack. And if you want to create a folder, now for an example, under my report, uh, you may create uh, 2021 folder. In that case, by clicking this create a folder, you can enter that folder name and save. After that, when you go to my reports, you can view this folder, and inside that 2021 you can create another report. And furthermore, now if you want to do only few change to this report, uh, in the standard report, you can select that report and click copy, and from here you can enter the report name and you can create your report. And also you can select the folder from here and you can create. After that, you can go open that report and you can do the modification. Okay, now from here you can edit your report. You can change these columns or accounts, and if you want, you can give calculations. Those details you can change, and after you change or after any modification, please save. Then report will save. Okay, when you are creating report also, after uh, if you have done any modification, please save that report. Like that, you can little practice, then you will familiar with this report, or else you can generate these standard reports. Okay, in addition to these reports, financial reports, you can use this Sage Intelligence reporting. From here also you can generate this profit and loss report, balance sheet, trial balance, and from this Sage Intelligence reporting also you can generate your reports. Okay, we will take a short break. We will start by 4:45. Okay, shall we start? Right. From these reports, other reports we have completed when we are doing this each module. Next, we will move to company. Okay, first company console. If you have more than one company, you can view those companies from here, and you can view what are the add-on modules you have activated from this company console. Okay, and if you want to upgrade or if you want to activate any modules such as time tracking, advanced inventory, multi-currency, debtors manager, you can tick here and you can save. Then those modules will activate for this company. Then you can view last login, financial year end, next tax submission period. Those details you can view from here. Next, change company settings. We have completed in first sessions these settings. Then company notes and attachments. From here, you can add attachment to this system. Okay, for an example, if you want to add your company registration documents, if you have any agreement with customers or suppliers, those details or those agreements or those documents you can add from here. Okay, notes also you can add from here. Transaction attachments, so you can view from here. Next, asset, you can create a fixed asset from here. Go to company, assets, click an asset. You can enter that asset name and category from you can create from here. Your asset location, date of purchase, serial number if available, and brought from supplier, purchase price, replacement value, current value, those details you can enter. And also you can enter that user defined fields. You can enter those details. And under notes tab, you can enter if you want to add any reminder or not, you can add. Now for an example, if you are adding motor vehicle, you can add next revenue license renewal date, vehicle emission test renewal date, those details, or insurance renewal dates, those details you can add from here. After you add details, you can save. Next, after you create fixed asset, you can view your asset list from here. And you can customize by clicking this customize grid. You can add these columns by ticking that detail tick box. And if you want to remove any column, you can untick that column tick box. And you can sort by clicking this heading. You can sort ascending or descending order. And you can search any asset description type here. And from by clicking this multi-column sorting, you can sort in multi-column. And you can edit or delete by clicking this section. If you want to edit, you can select edit and you can change these details. Next, asset categories. You can create asset categories from here. Now for an example, if you want to create categories for motor vehicle, buildings, furniture and fittings, computer equipment, those categories you can create from here. And when you are creating your asset, you can link that asset category. from here you can link that category, or else when you are creating the asset time also, you can add new category by clicking this add new category. Next, asset location. You can create locations from here. If you want, you can add your company departments. So if you have branches, you can add branches. Or if you have different locations, you can add those locations. And when you are creating asset, that time also you can add location by clicking this add new location. Next, asset report. You can generate your asset report from here. Okay, now you can create your fixed asset. Okay, next we will move to budgets. Uh, Click company budgets, click add a budget. From here you can enter a budget name, and you can select for which year you are going to create this budget. Okay, you can select this year or next year. If you are creating this budget for next year, you can select next year. And there are two options. First one, create your budget based on historical data. Second option, create your budget manually. Now, if you select first option, create your budget based on historical data, system will has your previous year values. Based on that, system will create a new budget for new financial year. And if you select second option, create your budget manually, you can enter your budget values. Okay, we will create based on we will create a budget manually. First, you need to enter name, and you can select second option, create your budget manually, and you can click create budget. After you click that create budget, you can view that your accounts and your month as a period. Okay, you can view these your accounts, sales, cost of sales, purchases, expenses, those details you can view from here, and you can view the budget periods, and you can enter your budget's value here. And here also, if you want to copy to accounts, you can click this blue color button, and you can copy that values to other months. Okay, and if you click this blue color button, it will copy all accounts, and if you click this yellow button, it will copy only that accounts only. Right. Next, if you want to increase or decrease your budget values, you can change when you are copying these values. You can select second option, copy this value across the each month, going forward adjusting the values at the same time. Okay, now from here, increase or decrease, you can increase or decrease, and you can select how frequently that values increase. It's once off, every month, every 2 months, every quarter, or every 6 months. You select every quarter, and how many percentage, you will enter 10%. And from here, if you want to round up, you can round up. Okay, and copy. Now you can see every quarter these budget values will increase. Like that, you can create your budget. After you enter values, you can view the totals, and you can save this budget. Right, next, same way, if you want to decrease, by clicking here, you can select decrease, then those values will decrease. Okay, now 100,000, fourth month it was 90,000, then sixth, seventh month it is 81,000. Like that, it will reduce. Then list of budgets, you can view list of budgets and how many budgets available. And for a company or for financial years, you can create more than one budget. Okay, now if you want to maintain different budgets, by changing names, you can create different budgets for your company. And when you are generating your profit and loss report, you can select your budget. Okay, from here, after you tick this budget, then this drop down menu will activate. From here, you can select your budget. Right, next, budget report, you can view your budget report from here. right? You can create a sample budget now. Okay, take a few minutes, 3 minutes, and create a budget for your company. Okay, uh, there's a request for explain the company logo in the branding. I'll quickly go through that branding settings. You can upload your company logo. Uh, you can upload your company logo from your uh, change company settings and branding. Okay, after you import or upload your company logo, when you are printing your documents, you can view, or your users can view that company logo. Now, for an example, if you are creating or if you are designing uh, your invoice layout, you can set that company logo, and when you are printing that your customer invoice, that company logo will print on that invoice. Okay. First, you need to choose that company logo. You can click this browse for logo and click choose button from here. After that, you can select your file. Okay, select the file, then it will display here. You can import these file formats: JPG, TIFF, GIF, PNG, and BMP file formats you can upload. Uh, you can view that file format. You can view that file format from this type. And after that, you can set your company logo position. Okay, now when you are printing your customer invoice, you want to uh, show that company logo in left side, you can select top left. And if you want to display your company logo in the top right side, you can select top right. Like that, you can change your position. And by default, in your system, that position of logo on invoices and statement will selected as none. And please change to top left or top right. Then you can view that your company logo. After that, there are two options: logo on invoice and statement emails, and logo on customer zone. If you take these options, you can view or you can print your documents with company logo. Okay, you can view your current saved logo. If not available, please select your company logo again and change this position, and take this logo on invoice and statement email and logo on customer zone option. Okay, after you select these positions, you can preview. You can preview your logo position. Okay, after you change these settings, you can save these settings. Okay, next we will move to user task management. First, user task dashboard. From here, you can view what are the user tasks you have created. Okay, now you can use this user task for, now for an example, in your company you have an assistant, and you want to allocate or you want to assign some works to that your user. In that case, you can use that user task manage to assign tasks for your assistant. Okay, you can go to company, select user task management, and select user task user task dashboard, and you can click this add user task. From here, you can select the subject. Now if you want management reports, you can enter subject as management report, and you can select due date. For an example, you want on Friday, you can select 16th, and you can select the priority. You can select, you can, if it is urgent or if high priority, you can select high. And from here you can select category, and you can select your user, and from type also you can select any type, and you can add description to uh, this task. Or else if you want to uh, assign your assistant to collect a check, you can select collect check, or you can enter collect check. Then you can select that due date and priority. uh, from here, assign to, you can select assign, you can assign a user. From type, you can select customer, and from selection you can select your customer, and you can enter details here. And if you want to notify via email, you can tick this option. After that, you can save. Then that alert will go to your other user or your assistant. Now you can use this. Now sometimes when you are when you want to tell that to collect that check, that your assistant may not available at office, or sometimes you may forget to tell you. Therefore you can send a message from this user task dashboard. And after that, if if we collect the check, that user can uh, tick this complete option. Then you can view from here, he has complete that task. Okay, like that. You can use this user task dashboard to assign duties or assign tasks for your assistant or other users. And if they complete, you can view from here whether it's completed or not completed. Then you can create user task categories. From here you can add category, enter category name and save. Okay, like that. You can create user tasks. Right now you can create a few user tasks. Okay, next we will move to analysis codes. Now by creating analysis codes, you can analyze your if you have department or branches, jobs or projects, you can analyze those departments or branches performance. Okay, if you want to analyze now, if you have cost centers or projects or jobs, you can uh, generate profit and loss report for that those jobs or projects. And from that you can analyze your projects or jobs profitability. Okay, you can create three types of analysis code from here. Initially it may display as analysis code 1, analysis code 2, analysis code 3. And by clicking or by selecting that analysis code, you can rename your analysis code from here. Okay, after that you can create any number of analysis categories for that analysis code. by clicking this plus mark. Now for an example, you may have branches, and each branch has cost centers, and that cost centers may have projects. In that case, you can create first analysis code as branch, second analysis code as cost center, and third analysis code as projects. Then when you are creating your, or when you are entering your transactions, you can link that uh, analysis code to your transaction. After you create now for an example here, assume a department, you can create your departments here, and jobs, you can create jobs, and loans you can create here. Now in your example, if you have branches, cost centers, and projects, you can create a branch here, and by clicking this plus mark, you can add your branches. Then second one, cost centers, by clicking this plus mark, you can add your cost centers. And third option, or third analysis code is projects, you can add projects here. After you create this analysis code, you can save, and also please tick this in use option, then those analysis code will activate. Okay, after you enter details, you can save. Then you can link your analysis code to your transactions. Now when you are entering tax invoice, you can link that your analysis code. From here, drop down menu, you can select your analysis code. And also all transactions, you can select your analysis code, even you are entering customer receipts. By clicking this analysis code, you can select your analysis code. And for bank transactions, if it is not available, by clicking this customize grid button, you can add your analysis code. Okay, now if you are entering journal entries also, you can link your analysis code. And when you are entering customer invoices, uh, it will go to your income. Then you can view uh, your project wise or branch wise or cost center wise profitability report. Right, next, import data. Now you can create your master files from here. If you want to create customers, you can create by clicking add a customer, you can create a customer. And if you want to add a supplier, by clicking this add supplier button, you can create your suppliers. Like that, you can create items, banks, accounts, those master files you can create. But if you have several number of master files, such as if you have hundreds or 200 customers, it will take to create your customers from here. Therefore, you can use this import data, and you can import your data to the system. Okay, go to company, import data. Then from this screen, you can select which data you are going to import. You can import customers, customer categories, suppliers, supplier categories, items, item categories, assets, accounts, time tracking. Those data you can import to the system. And one important thing, if you are importing customers, before import customers, please import your customer categories. Okay, supplier also same. If you are, before import your suppliers, please import your supplier categories. And you can download CSV file from here. Template here. and you can fill your customer details and you can import to the system. Or else if you, when you are implementing the system, you can enter one master file for each category. Now for an example, customer, you can create a customer and supplier, item, bank account, GL account, like that you can create. After that you can export data by clicking export. You can export your customers, and that CSV file you can copy and paste your customer details. After that you can import that CSV file to the system. Okay, like that you can import and export your data. Okay, next, opening balances. I think we have completed that import and export analysis code when you are doing master files. Next one, opening balances. Now if you are implementing for all company, or in practical situation you may implement the system for all company or new company. If you are implementing for new company, uh, you may not have opening balances. And if you are implementing for all company, there may be opening balances such as customer balance, supplier balance, inventory balance, and GL account balance. And in that case, we need to enter our company opening balances. First, you need to set opening balance date. Now, example, if you are starting from 1st of April 2021, please select opening balance date as 31st March 2021, one day prior to your start date. Okay. After that, you can enter your opening balances. And if you correctly enter your opening balance, this difference should be 0. Okay. You can enter your debit and credit balances, and after you correctly enter, this difference should be 0. Okay, like that you can enter your opening balances. And especially uh, when you are generating your balance sheet from your previous system, please check whether all that balance sheet is tally. And also uh, one important thing, when you are importing your customers or when you enter your opening balances, you should have a customer outstanding schedule. Okay, and that schedule should tally with your control account. Now trade receivable, that schedule should tally with your trade receivable account. And also if you have supplier balances, that schedule, supplier balance outstanding schedule, should tally with your trade payable uh, GL account balance. Okay, otherwise that if it is not tally, you cannot generate proper age analysis report. Okay, therefore in practical situation, if you are implementing the system for all company, please check whether your schedules tally with your control accounts. Okay, after you enter your opening balances, you can check your difference 0. If it is 0, you can update your opening balances. Right. Next, we'll move to administration. From here, you can create your users. Uh, if you want to add your accountant, by clicking your accountant, add accountant, you can enter first name, last name, email address of your accountant, and you can enter telephone, mobile, and save. After you save this user, that user will receive an email uh, from no reply at sage.com. Then that user need to confirm his user account. That link valid only for 10 days. Within 10 days, your user need to accept or confirm his account. After you create users, you can view your user list from here. You can view first name, last name, email address, contact number, last login, status, and role. From status, you can check whether that customer has activated or not. If he has activated, that status will change to active. Next, accountant edition users. From here, you can view who are the users in accountant edition. Next, user control access. From this user control access, you can control your users tasks and reports. Okay, now you can click this permission and you can set that user permission. Okay, go to administration, user control access. You can view your companies and user list. From this right side, you can view who are the users in this company. Okay, now in this company there are 3 users. You can select permission you are going to change or giving user permission. Okay, click permissions. After that, you can view that username and access options. Okay, each module will display here and ticks available. Okay, and you can drill down these options, and if you want to grant access for, or if you want to allow that user to uh, enter this transaction or view report, you can tick here, and if you want to remove, you can untick this tick. Okay, you can drill down this each module, and you can give permission to that user. Okay, now for an example, if you want to remove access permission for financial report from your sales department, you can untick this option. Okay, financial statement you can untick. Like that, if you want, you can give or remove user permission. And also one important thing, now when you are go to customer tax invoices, now when you are entering transaction customer invoice, you can view customer profitability. Okay. Right, by clicking this option view invoice GP, you can view the profitability of that invoice. Initially this tick is unticked. If you want to view your GP on invoices, quotations and sales orders, you can tick this option. Okay, after you change these settings, you can save. Like that, if you have several users, you can go to user control and uh, open each user, and you can give permission to that user. And also, if you want to add any user to this company, uh, drag and drop, you can add that user. Okay, from this left side, you can drag and drop to left side, and you can add that user to your company. And also, if you want to remove, you can by clicking this red color button, you can remove that user from this company. Okay, you can view your company list, and you can view the user list from here, and from this right side you can select that permissions. Next, change password. If you want to change your password, you can enter your old password here and enter new password and click change password. Next, my profile. From here you can view your company details, registration information, current package, contact details, my details, card payments and preferences. Okay, these details you can view. If you have activated any add-on modules, you can view from here. Then expiry date, version, country, those details you can view, and how many users available, how many companies in. Then if you attach any documents to your system, you can view your memory capacity, available memory capacity, you can view from here. And also if you want to add any add-on modules, by clicking this upgrade button, you can add that user's company or add-on modules. Okay, by clicking required amounts, you can enter and you can click next. Next, preferences. Now in this preferences, you can set how many rows or how many transaction grid in your system wants to display. Now here number of 20 number of transaction display in transaction grids. If you go to codes, here number of rows show in this grid, it's 10. It will display here 10 transaction per page will display. Like this, it will display. Next, next preferences. Now when you are logged into the system, if you select dashboard, system will display dashboard. And if you select any other dashboard or customer dashboard, my workspace, system will display that relevant dashboard. Okay, now if you have selected here my workspace, when you are logged into system, system will display your workspace. And this workspace also you can add shortcuts. Now here you can add shortcuts. Now you can create invoices by clicking customer transaction, customer invoices, and click add the tax invoice, or else directly from workspace you can create an invoice. Like that, you can add shortcuts to this workspace. Okay, now we have completed our session, and also we have uploaded user manuals and video tutorials to your LMS. You can go through that. And also there are several requests to change the account, that assignment submission date. There are some chartered exam also available. Actually, I didn't know about that. And also if you want to change, I'll discuss with Dr. Manchula, and we will inform you about that. Actually, that exam is a that assignment is a it's not a very difficult one. In that, we will check how to create a company. You can create a company, and how to create master files such as customer, supplier, inventory, banking, GL accounts, and how to do transaction. Customer invoices, supplier invoices, bank transactions, those things we will check. And after that, there are few reports, around 20 reports you need to submit. From that, we will give marks to you. Okay, after you can create your company, create master file, enter transaction. After that, you need to submit reports, customer reports, supplier reports, bank reports, financial reports. Those things you need to submit. From that reports, we will give marks to you. Okay, there's a pass mark, and you need to achieve that pass mark to get your certificate. Okay, if you achieve the pass mark, we will issue a certificate. Then please go through your notes and that user manuals. Then you can achieve your pass mark. Okay, right. Before we wind up, I want to thank University of Rohana again. Actually, uh, we are conducting this course for many government and private universities and leading higher educational institute. It's very pleasure to conduct a course for University of Ruhuna. And again, I would like to thank University of Ruhuna, Professor Samantha Kumara, Dean, Faculty of Management and Finance, Dr. Manjula K. Vanyarachike, Senior Lecturer, Department of Accounting and Finance, for giving us this valuable opportunity. And also, thank you very much for your cooperation throughout the course. We appreciate if you can give any comment about that course content and speed of the lecturing. Uh, those, if you can, we appreciate if you can add a comment. Okay, then,
Ms. Chan, may
yeah,
I have a
Dr.
word? Thank you very much. Actually, I was thinking about having a separate session after submitting the assignments also with this group,
Okay, sir.
kind of wrap up meeting, and we
Okay,
can discuss the experiences. And I think we can formally appreciate your contribution also in that meeting.
okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Uh, so I think I am not taking this meeting as kind of concluding meeting. So we
Uh-huh.
will definitely have another session
Okay, sir.
with this group. And also once we complete both groups,
Uh-huh.
we will have a formal event, for example, to award the certificates, etc. I will
Okay, sir.
discuss it with you on how we are going to arrange it.
Okay, sir. Thank
And
you.
if you don't mind,
Yeah.
shall we finalize that assignment submission issue
Yes,
at this
sir. Yeah. Actually, many requests there,
Actually, we
sir.
don't
Yeah.
need to consider the assignments in the university because
Uh-huh.
they have to manage it.
Uh-huh.
But I think since they have some of them have a chartered institute
Charging, sir.
exam,
Yes, yeah.
I think it is
They,
reasonable if we
yeah.
can extend it by a few days. So
Yes,
my
sir.
suggestion is since the chartered exam last date is 24th,
Uh-huh.
and since this assignment doesn't take that much time because they have to do it within few hours, I think, right?
Yeah. Or else
Uh,
they can take 2 days. We
Yeah,
can,
maximum
yeah.
2 days, right? So
Yeah,
I
maximum.
may I suggest if you agree,
Yeah.
26th as the deadline.
Okay, sir. Right.
Your initial deadline was 21st, so
20.
we will extend 5 days.
Okay, sir. Right.
Then they'll have 2 days after chartered exams also. But
Yes.
I know that only few people are doing chartered exams,
Uh-huh.
so
Right,
they
sir.
can manage. I mean, they are capable really, so
Yes, sir.
that will be enough. But only if you like it, that's all up to you.
No, sir. That's fine.
Okay, then,
Yeah.
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 So we
Then,
will have 26th as the deadline for submitting the assignments.
okay.
Assignments will be submitted to LMS, and I will be creating a place to upload. And once assignments are submitted, I will be passing them to Channa sir,
Yeah.
and he will take care of the evaluations and determining who passed and who failed.
Okay, sir.
Right? Okay.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, then thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr.
Thank
Chan, and all the
you.
members. I want to thank on behalf of the university for actively participating. I know that initially we had around 50, but now we have. I saw that in the past couple of weeks we are, I mean, hovering around 20 to
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
I think that will be taken care of at the exam or the assignment as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank all the members who participated, and once again, I thank Mr. Channa for his dedicated contribution and offering this course totally free to our students. That is a great contribution to our students, I think. Thank you very much, Mr.
Okay.
Channa.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Bye. All the best for your exams.